Hey guys, and welcome back to Greenberg. How are you guys doing today? Doing good? I hope so. Well, we're back here. Let this run overnight. As you can see, all the deaths stopped. It was just a really weird thing just actually happened after all this time. And I've let this run many times overnight, trust me. So, this is actually not the most current thing, but I wanted to load this up to show you. So this is what happened right after I let it run overnight, which was 8 or 9 hours. As you can see, there's like nothing new here. The population and the money's pretty much around the same. Weekly income's pretty good. If I look at the zoning, like, it's empty. Like, there's nothing here. And then I was wondering, like, why, after like all this time, is no one moving in? Why do we only have, like, basically no demand for anything? So I started to think, okay, well, maybe these buildings aren't upgraded enough. Okay, these are at 4. These are at, like, 2. Maybe I should put some more roads in. So I put a lot more buses in. There are some places where I put some more police stations in. I think some of them needed just a little bit more. So basically I started going in, and I was, like, trying to figure out, like, what the hell? Because, and then I zoomed out, and I took a look at this. Look how many icons we have all around the place that are complaining about not enough workers. I mean, oh, hold on a second. What do you mean not enough workers? Unemployment's at 24%. We definitely have enough workers. Well, what I learned was, or figured out after a while, is we have a lot of educated workers, right? So for this place, for example, it's a residential. They have 48 highly educated, and if I go to my education, 94% are highly educated, 5% educated, and 1% well-educated. No uneducated. Well, that's good. But if I select any of these workplaces, I see 18 highly educated out of 6, but they still all need something else. So hold on a second, what if I lower the education that kind of incentivize the people to move in? So like this one has 11 jobs available, and that's why it's closing down. It only has the 6 highly. So I was thinking, okay, well, our entire education system is powered by this guy. What if I turn this guy off? So I was like, okay, let me turn this off. Thought it was a good idea just to like lower the education level, but as you see, I don't know how quickly it'll change. Everyone will start complaining about low land value. So basically, I can't turn this off. But that's not a huge issue because people are getting the jobs. The issue is that highly educated workers take a little bit longer to take the less educated jobs. So what happens is stuff like this. Where a building pops up, or where's one example here? A building pops up, it doesn't have any workers at all. Okay, well, sure. Highly educated requires 0, so for this building to have any workers at all, it would need a few more people that are overeducated take the lower education jobs. Makes sense, but they take a little bit longer to get those. So that means this building will close, like this one did right here. All of a sudden, the need for that building is replaced, and again we have more industrial demand. But that demand was never met to begin with. So it's like an ever-ending loop of we need demand, a building pops up, no one is able to take the job because it's like in the middle of nowhere and there's so many buildings available that they can't all fill. Like if there was a concentrated amount of buildings in one area and that's where the people needed them, then it would be good. So that's what I figured. And so what I got was, okay, so what we got was this. All these empty areas. You're thinking like, what the hell? What about all the workers? What about everyone? Well, if you look down here, we have over 3 million. We have about the same amount of people. Both are in the positive, and look at this demand. This demand is actually good. And if I zoom out, yes, we have a few areas that require, let's say, not enough workers, but it's much better, and we have the demand. So basically what I did was, if I look at the zoning, I dezoned a large amount of offices because they were basically like the areas before where they just weren't used. There was just a lot of empty spaces everywhere. So, for example, these guys, I know that this one will close down. I'm going to demolish him right now. This guy, it's 8 out of 12. He's doing pretty good. He's going to stick around. 1 out of 12. He's probably going to close at a later point, start complaining, and close down. Sort of like this guy. This has one person as well. So what I started doing is zoning in very slowly. I basically said, okay, well, you need a lot of office demand. Okay, let me put in some more offices, give it a little bit of time, and then put in something else. The reason I'm demolishing these guys, by the way, is they're complaining about not enough workers, and they themselves will basically go out of business. This just speeds it up a little bit. So, okay, I'm like, right now I have, like, office demand. Well, there's a lot of people here. A lot of residential here. There's also a lot of offices, so we'll see. If I zone this in, right now it's office. Well, two things will happen. One is offices will start springing up really quickly. Compared to what was before, where it's pretty slow, because we have a lot of demand for it. 55 demand for industrial, 28 for commercial, none for residential, which makes sense considering the unemployment. Now, before we had an unemployment level of 24, and right now we have an unemployment of 28, so it's slightly higher, but clearly it's higher, but they need the demand. The demand is there, so we can work with this. So here we go. So these people start coming up. So far, nothing for this guy, nothing here. Nothing here. So again, this takes a little bit of time to get in. Because of this, you don't want to zone large sections right away. Now, I'm not sure that this is because of the proper hardness mod or what. Because, of course, the higher level the building is, so this one's upgrading to level 2, the more highly educated it's going to want. So, highly educated 1 out of 1, let's see when it upgrades to level 2. Let's see. Highly educated 1 out of 5. Now, this is going to really help out because that's what our workers want. So, all of a sudden, 5 out of 5. A lot of times, because it never gets to that first level, never gets that worker, and then never upgrades to the next level right away, we actually get that issue happening again. So these guys are looking pretty good. This is still 1 out of 17, but it's level 2. There we go, 4 out of 5. Here we go, here's a great example. This one is 0 out of 0, it is only level 1, it's not even level 2. It's because it's small. Is it this guy? 4 out of 4? Yeah, 0 out of 0. This is a slightly smaller house, and because of it, chances are he will close down. Now, there's no way for me to control this. I can only hope. This one has 1 out of 1. What I can do is demolish him and hope to have him replaced with a building that can house highly educated workers. And once it can upgrade to the next level and be perfectly fine. Now, that's kind of what I've been doing. The reason I don't have footage of all that is because I've been doing it, like, over the past 2 days, like, basically zoning something in. There we go, 1 out of 4. So he's probably going to go to 4 out of 4, but that might not still be enough. They still need more people. 4 jobs out of 13 is not enough for this place to stay open. So yeah, so what I've been doing is zoning a little section in, then letting it populate with people, and then go to the next area, and so forth and so forth. So I'm going to do with you guys today, and here's an example, by the way. Look at all these people complaining. 0 out of 0, 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1. No one's taking the other jobs, and seeing they're closing down already. So the best thing I can do right now is just to demolish them, and hope that they get replaced with buildings that will take the jobs. Here's another one. But yeah, if I zoom out, it's definitely much less than before. Of course, unemployment's higher, and we definitely have the demand for it. But again, zoning in large amounts isn't really working out. So what I need to focus on is upgrading the buildings. Not you, I want to select you. Now, something I've done also during that time is, while I was testing, is put a few more roads in. Sorry, traffic lines in. So I don't remember right now which ones are the new ones, but I just wanted to let you guys see which ones are which. And so what I want to do with you guys this time is kind of go in and see where people need what. And kind of start improving our city, make sure that everything is level 3 where the offices are. So these guys, for example, need more land value. Now, they need more land value, they need more police, and more transportation. Now, this is a definite because this is part of also proper hardness mod. That's why this is here. It's also a mod by itself that I covered. But these guys are happy. They're 11 out of 4. These are 13 out of 4, 18 out of 5, as you see, so they're good. But I can't be certain that that's going to stay once I start zoning in the next areas. So let's go ahead and zone in this next area. Dezone you right here. And let's take a look at our buses. We have a bus ride really close by. Do I want to put another bus down that close? Not really. I think that's actually going to be fine. But there we go. Check a look at this place. These are also offices right next to these guys, but they are all closing down. So something is wasn't good enough for them. So maybe I do want to actually put another. I think I demolished an extra thing. Maybe I do want to put another route down. Or let me take a look at parks. Actually, these guys aren't the brightest of blue, so let's actually put a park down here. Let's do one right... It's a big one right in here, because we want to get a little more to the left as well. There we go. So that's going to help. And the sound of upgrades is very important. Now, look how many parks we have. And I believe I showed you guys last time that... I boosted the budget to 150%, but in case I didn't, there you go, I did. So again, so I've been pretty much ignoring this demand, and actually let's go ahead and close this. The reason I'm ignoring it is because they keep closing and reopening. So yeah, this sound of upgrades is exactly what we want to hear. They want a little more police, they'll want a little more transportation. In terms of transportation, we have 2 lines going across this way. We can maybe have another line that kind of goes through here. So let's do that. Let's put a line that kind of goes from here down. It connects with this guy. Goes here. And what you guys are seeing is buildings upgrading, and that is very important right now. Because we have very educated workers. Now, of course, you can control this probably better if you had regular schools instead of that's a one-way road. Instead of the Hadron Collider, kind of what I have. But it actually would be far more expensive to leave it at that. Let's go ahead and have this go kind of this way. And that's why we have... So we're going to have this turn around here. That's why we have the Hadron Collider. Yeah, so this is kind of one way. That's why it's being weird. So, because we have the overeducated workers and saving the money... And as you can see, we're only making 100. I've been pretty much going up and down in terms of financial gain and... How do we want to go? In terms of finances, somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million. This is actually the highest I've had in a while. While testing this and doing all this. And... the people have been going from anywhere from 410 to 420,000. So I know that what I'm doing for sure isn't completely hurting the city, and it isn't helping it just yet because there's just too much demand. So I'm trying to basically stabilize the city. You can turn around here, that's okay. So there we go. So we got that. That should hopefully help some people out. There are 14 out of 14 workers, so they're doing good. A lot of people need more police. Like some places, if I select the police department and move this over, you're actually not going to see any difference in green. And again, see, this place that we just moved in, all have the issue of not enough workers. That's kind of what I've been battling with. And that's why it's been taking a while. So I basically let it play for a little while, wait, and then hopefully have it update. So I'll put a police station down. I'll make these guys happier. The police, bam, jumped up quite substantially. And hopefully this will also help out and get some of people to maybe upgrade. Transportation's still low. So I fear, like, in the end, I'm gonna need transportation everywhere. Look at all these buildings upgrading. That's exactly what we want. From an extra police station. Again, proper hardness mod makes upgrading difficult, so that's why it's happening so slow. So let's go ahead and put another road right here. Now, again, you are probably most likely playing this on regular difficulty or hard mode, not proper hardness. So you probably don't need anywhere to the amount of anywhere near the amount of transportation that I need. So keep that in mind. So yeah, we're gonna just have this turnaround right there. Because mainly I need it for the area further down. So see, as I'm putting these down, everyone's upgrading, and that is huge. That's exactly what we want. We want more demand, or more highly educated people just taking these jobs. Now, if it's gonna go around, what I'm gonna do is put a stop right there. And have this guy also stop right there. So that way they kind of connect in the same spot. So there we go. Now, these guys that don't have enough workers pretty much aren't going to get the workers. From my experience, they're going to get demolished. But see, they have 4 to 4 highly educated. They need more, though. They definitely need more. Everything is extremely high, so what I'm going to do is demolish all the guys that are complaining right now. There's a lot of them. And yeah, we have the demand for the offices. They're going to come back really quick. See how quickly they're coming back? And that is important. That's what I want to see right now. Okay, 0 out of 1. Once this is no longer under construction. It depends how quickly they come back. Okay, 0 out of 6. Now hopefully they're going to come back quickly. Now see, this one's 0 out of 0. That's very bad for us. Immediately 1 out of 1 moved in. 8 out of 4. That one's probably one of the ones that didn't demolish. A lot of these are 0 to 0, but again, I need them to upgrade. Until they upgrade, it's gonna keep happening. If I can have them be, like, move in fully upgraded, then that'd be great, but unfortunately that's not how things work. So I'm gonna leave that be for a little while. I'm in schools, that's why it's like that. And let's see, where else do we want to put some more offices down that might complain? Now, I know there were some, when I put down more offices in this location, they were complaining about stuff. So they're complaining about transportation and police. So let's go ahead and put a police department right here. Lots of extra police departments everywhere, as you can see. Now here, if I move this out, this one's a little darker. So they clearly need a little bit more. So there we go, guys. Have a police department. Even though there's one right nearby, as you might have noticed. I will zone this in, and then I'll take a look at transportation. And these guys are all complaining, and they're going to keep complaining. Basically, either they move in before that happens, or it's not going to work out. From my experience, at least. So I want to put a bus route from here. This seems like a one-way. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and put a stop down here. How do you want to do this? And go up, I think. Let's go up here. Probably a little higher up. Right there. Okay. Do we want to have a turn? I think here would be a good place to turn around. So let's do, yeah, something like this. Because we will have stuff later on in these locations. There we go. The sound of upgrades. Very good sound. It's very good sound. I know those two stops are really close by, but again, it helps having more stops than less because it's kind of how they judge things for the game. Okay, what? This is a one-way, that's why you can't go there. Okay, I see what's going on. Oh, geez, to reconnect to that spot, you have to do all of this? All this crazy stuff? Okay, let's do... Yeah, so let's do this then. Let's go here. Go here, and then reconnect back. So there we go. These guys are complaining. Please and thank you. Now, the ones that are saying not enough customers is another issue that sometimes have. But most likely, these guys usually get customers. But this is a good sign that I should not put any more commercial in around here. Even if I have the demand for it. How are these guys doing? These guys are like 1 out of 5. That one's going to be good. 6 out of 6. But again, 12 jobs available might not be enough. Still needs more police. Even though there's a police department literally right there. Very, very needy people. But that's pretty much what I've been going through and working on. So these guys have need for more police and more fire departments. So let's actually just give them, even though they have one right there, a police department, maybe on this side. Yeah, right there is good. Police department right there, and you say you want fire department? They would kind of want a little more fire protection. Let's see about putting one down on this side. These guys kind of are actually complaining about fire. So maybe we do want this. Let's go ahead and put it right there. It'll demolish a few buildings, but it should help out more than it hurts. There we go. More people are upgrading. Again, some of you might be screaming at me, don't demolish them. They will get their people back. But from my experience, after hours and hours and hours of doing this, is they usually don't. But we have lots of upgrades going on. Yay! Minus 7,500. Again, I've been ignoring the population and money because we have been pretty much bouncing from 2 million to 3 million. So we're pretty much stable. Let's go ahead and zone this in as office. And hope that they all move in. Well, they will move in, but the people will have enough. Oh, transportation's low on that guy. So let's go ahead and add one last bus route. From maybe down here. Where's the... Are these one-way streets? Upgrade these guys to two-way. Yep. Okay, now let's go ahead and put a bus route down. From here to here. Oh, is this another one? Yep, it's another one-way. It made sense when I was doing it before because I wasn't using the traffic light tool to enable and disable traffic lights. But now that we are, let's go ahead and just get rid of these so that we'll be properly recreate these. Here we go. Right down the line, even though there's a stop right near it, it really does help a lot, from my experience. Not the best way of turning around. What will you suggest? Turning around this way? I don't mind turning around this way. I actually put a stop right there and then connect that dark blue line to it. There we go. And how would you do this? Go through here. You know what? I think I'm going to do that instead. There we go. And let's quickly go in here and put that stuff in there. There we go. That will hopefully help these guys out. How are they doing? 0 to 0, 0 to 0, 1 to 1. So yeah. That's pretty much how I've been doing. Let me know if you want to see just more of the slow zoning. But the upgrading of the city, that I'll definitely keep on camera. Because, I don't know, I think that's pretty fun. Seeing all the buildings upgrade and the such. But I hope you guys liked it. And hopefully this helped you out. This is really kind of what needs to be done, it seems, for the very large cities, over 400,000 people, and probably because it's proper hardness mod, so that they aren't upgrading and moving in quite as much. Another thing that we're going to do is look at traffic at a later point, and we might look at that next time. We'll see. There's quite a bit of red. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. It really helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. That's... Okay, go away. I wanna... Well, can I... Oh, there we go. New village. Klepto Kid. That we just, It's very rare to see commercial demand. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. There you go. Have some stores. Brian. There we go. Secret islands. Don't tell anyone. Thanks. There we go.